Alright, so this video right here is going to be about my SHTF bug out kits. Now there's going to be 3 kits. Alright, this one's going to be tools, then I'm going to do food, and then of course I'm going to do follow on with clothing and that type of stuff. It's not really that much different than, let's say, a bug out bag, except for the fact that these are going in kits where they are going to move with us. So if I ever need to leave my house, which I hope I never have to, I have a location where I'm going to bring all this kit that allows me to procure water, procure food, and if that location is no longer a viable option, I have some place to set up for myself and for my family. Now, I don't want you to confuse this with me putting all this crap inside of a bag and then putting it on my back. That's not going to happen. You can use a trunk, you can use a kit bag, you can use whatever you like, you can use garbage bags, I really don't care. The idea is that you're starting from zero and you're going to have to make some type of civilization to the location that you're going, should the location that you're going no longer be safe or a viable option. Okay, so I just wanted to clear that up. Every environment's going to be a little bit different, but I wanted the tools that you see on this table to come with me just in case it doesn't really work out. All right, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, that kind of thing, but I just wanted to go over some of the kits and maybe give you guys a little bit of an idea. Okay, so let's start over here on this side. This happens to be a lot of my water procurement, and you're going to see that a lot of the stuff that you see here is individually packed. And there's a reason for that. It's just easier to grab out of the bag or out of the box or wherever you're going to store this type of stuff. So this right here is a portable shower, and I know it sounds kind of funny, but you can put a lot of water on here. It's called a solar shower. All right, sun solar shower. Okay, this carries up to 15 liters or 4 gallons of water. All right, that's a lot of water. So the idea here is you fill this up, you put it out in the sun, it warms it up kind of thing. It has a little sprinkle hose where if you want to take a shower, you can. Now, I've said this before in the past, hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. I know that if this stuff gets lost by the wayside, it gets lost by the wayside, you jump in the river, no big deal. But an extra 4 gallons of water is good to go. Okay, so I'm going to put that inside my kit and make sure that comes with me. Okay, a couple other things. These are wet bags. This is, I forget what size, it's 55 gallons, I think it is. It's a Seal Baja bag, 55 liters. All right, this is 55 liters. Now, this is a wet bag. So if you're a canoeer or somebody that works in the water, military, etc., you know what this is all about. It's heavy. However, if I need to grab water, it works a lot better than a hefty bag. All right, a lot better than a contractor bag. Also, I could put all this stuff that you see here inside this bag, carry it with me, and then it'd be watertight, number one, but I could also dump it out and use the bag itself. Okay, water procurement. A couple other things you might want to think of. All right, Nalgene canteen. These are very lightweight, 96 ounces. Again, water, water, water. All right, that's good to go. I have Katadyn drinking water filtration. Okay, so the idea behind this is very simple. You know, clean as much water as you can. You can also boil it. You can also use any other type, but we're talking large. Okay, so we're talking big base camp type stuff. You're gonna want one of these. You can also throw this in your bug out bag. It's a little bit big and a little bit bulky, but I'm talking about gallons of water, not just something you're gonna throw in your camelback. All right, so make sure you have one of those. All right, as far as other waters goes, you can see that I have some cooking utensils that I can boil water. Tools. Have some type of axe. All right, now depending on where you live, if you live in the desert, you probably are not going to need a northeast axe. This happens to be Husqvarna, and I think this is the 28 or 26 inch handle. Good enough for felling trees. It has enough length on it, and it is not one of the smaller hatchets. I don't have a problem with the hatchets. I just think that if you're gonna chop down a tree with an axe, you're gonna need some length and you're gonna need some power. Husqvarna makes a pretty decent product. I'm a big fan of theirs, so that's going inside my kit. Also, have a machete. Okay, this happens to be the Ontario machete. It's a little bit thicker than the regular ones, but I think it's important to have something to cut smaller vines. If you are somewhere that has a lot of vegetation, it's a no-brainer, obviously. But I find that the machete, and I think this is the 20 inch? 18 inch. This is the 18 inch machete. And this is separate, by the way. So unfortunately, most machetes come with those really crappy, flexible sheets. This is the better one. It's made by Rathco. I'll put all the links down below. It also has a sharpener. So if you want, you can, as you pull it out, you can sharpen your machete. All right, I already put a better edge on there, but Ontario makes a pretty decent machete. I'm a big fan of Ontario, so that's going in my kit. All right, that's going to be on my kit. A saw, all right, this is the Gone Boy, big boy. I've used this before many a times. It is no stranger to me in the woods. Have something to cut down firewood if you need to, also to build a shelter if you need to. I find the larger the saw is, the less work you do, and if you're trying to be covert, you're not smacking down a forest with an axe, okay? You're just cutting a couple trees and limbs and doing what's necessary. Shovel. You can carry any shovel you like as long as it fits in your pack. I use the military shovel e-tool, and I use the metal one. I'm not a big fan. The other ones that I have are plastic. They're made by Glock. It's not terrible, but I want the original military e-tool. It's metal. You can use it to cut roots and wood. I would not use this as an axe. I've seen these things come apart. You can use them in multiple different ways to dig trenches. You know, if you needed to. Find some type of shovel that's going to work for you. I like this one. This is the one I'm going to go with, and it's going to go in my pack. Again, when I say pack, it's not a backpack. It's just going to be my kit. Okay, so like I said, if you want to put it in a hard box or a Pelican case, you can. But for me, it's just going to be a very simple kit bag. Some type of tarp or multiple tarps. All right, this is a very large tarp. I also have inside here, some 550 cord so I can set it up quickly, and I also have bungee cords. All right, bungee cords are in there. So everything's inside this little kit. I think it's Aqua something. I'll put the links down below if you're interested. This is going to be in my toolbox. Reason is like I said, if I don't have time to set up a tent, a tarp, I could throw a tarp up real quickly, grab my kit bags, put all my kit bags under my tarp, and then keep everything nice and dry. Okay, so that's definitely coming with. Extra batteries, depending on your war fighting kit or whatever it's necessary, always carry extra batteries, again in a sealed plastic bag. You don't want anything to get wet. Writing material, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, listen, you won't need it until you need it, and then you don't have it and you're like, shit, I wish I would have brought that. All right, so any type of writing material, again, sealed in its own separate plastic bags. Zip ties. Now these are zip cuffs, and the reason I didn't put them in the cuff configuration is because I might use them to secure other things. So all I did is just put a little tape on there, and I can use it like that. Just throw them in the bag. There's 4 of them here. Zip cuffs are one of those things that if you are in law enforcement or military and you don't carry handcuffs, or you need extra handcuffs, they're there for you to use, and you would have to cut them off the prisoner or whoever you're trying to detain. Now, they also work really well at securing larger items such as gates, such as doors, that kind of thing, which is why I didn't put them in the zip cuff, put them in that configuration just yet. Okay. Zip ties, different sizes, multiple uses, 100 uses. All right, still going with cordage. What I do is I put them in a bag, and I have different colors of cordage. That's probably about 50, I want to say 50 feet per hank. And what I did is I used different colors because sometimes I use them for marking. So if I wanted to mark a trail, such as, hey, listen, we're going to use the large green toxic to do all your bodily fluids, that's where we're going to put it. So if you got to do poop, you got to pee, go follow the green one. Okay, so that kind of thing. You got to kind of dumb it down sometimes, but ideally makes sense. All right. Couple extra bungee cords. Again, I put them in a bag. And you should also understand that what I'm trying to do here is if I tell my wife or my sons to, hey, listen, you know, we're in this bad situation, I need you to go pull out a bag of 550 cord, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's very simple for them to just grab a bag and pull it out, as opposed to rummaging around the bags and trying to pull out 1 or 2 cords. Do you see what I'm saying? So compact, individual kind of configuration, that kind of thing works very well for me. Shoe goo. All right, million uses. If you don't know what shoe goo is, basically it's a it's sort of like it's an epoxy, but it sticks to everything. It's fantastic. It'll stick to shoes. It's made for shoes that fall apart, and I've used it quite a bit, but you could also use it for a lot of things. It's waterproof and it's also flammable. So shoe goo. Also throw in there some crazy glue. Why not? This is a kit for repairs. Sharpening stone. All right, you saw all the tools that I have. At some point you're gonna have to sharpen your knives, you're gonna have to sharpen your axes, that kind of thing. If you want to use a little hockey puck, that's fine. I know a lot of guys like the hockey puck, but just throw a sharpening stone in there. It's better than a river rock, trust me. Okay, you want to have that little Lansky thing, that's fine, whatever you like to do. Extra set of gloves, absolutely. Chem lights. All right, for me, I have 2 of each color, green, red, white. If you have night vision, throw your IR chem lights in there as well. Again, individually packed. My son likes to take these and likes to use them for games and toys and such things, but this is an emergency light. Also, again, if you needed to do marking, if you needed to mark your location with a green means go, red means no, that kind of thing, you can use chem lights. They're luminescent at night, obviously, and that makes a lot of sense. So I would definitely carry some chem lights. Batteries for flashlights, that kind of thing. Alright, so I forgot to get it, I just had to grab it. I like to use a lantern as well as my chem lights. The reason is, the lantern works relatively well as far as illuminating a small area. If you want to carry 2 lanterns, you can. I already have one inside my truck. This one is the Rayovac Sportsman. Alright, it takes it takes, I think, D batteries. Okay, so it takes D batteries, so it's a little bit of weight. But honestly, inside of a camp, or it's better to have a lantern than to start burning through flashlight batteries, especially those 1, 2, 3 batteries, which might not be easily available. Okay, duct tape. I'm just bringing a whole roll of Gorilla duct tape. Why not? Duct tape has a million uses. Carabiners. Some are for climbing, some are just for setting up. I always carry an extra set of carabiners. These are weight rated for 6,000 pounds. I'm not 6,000 pounds, but if I need them, they're there. They're relatively cheap. Buy them on Amazon. I'll put the links down below. This is just not climbing. This is just, you know, if I wanted to set up a very quick hammock, that type of thing, I can do that as well. Okay, very simple. Cooking. Let's talk a little bit about cooking. I have the Primus trail cam stove, classic trail stove. It's a little bit bigger than the little ones. I'm not a big fan of the little ones. Are great when you're trekking and hiking because they're lightweight. If you want to bring a whole entire cook set, such as you know those big bottles with the big tray, then do that too. If you want to camp out, call it a camp out. The location that I'm going to, it has its own stove and it has its own propane canisters. This is just if I'm on the side of the road and I want to cook a quick meal, I can. So I've just taken a knife. This is my wife's Light My Fire. A couple of Light My Fire titanium sporks. This is a fish spreader that you can also use to hang your stainless steel bottle. This is a 40 ounce. I think these are 40s. 38 ounce. Right, 40 ounce, no, 40 ounce, yeah, 40 ounce clean canteens, and some type of way to clean them. Nesting cup, this one happens to be Light My Fire. This is titanium. It's a little bit lighter, but what I liked about it is that it's very, it's larger than the other nesting cups. All right, gas powered. Now, when it comes to fire, let me explain something. This is a 4-season gas mixture. When you have screaming kids and people are hungry, it's not the time to rub 2 sticks together. Just carry gas canisters. Again, this is going to be inside your kit. So you're not really carrying it around, you're just throwing it in the back of the truck and you're going, okay? I have 2 different sizes, to each his own, all right? Different cooking pots. I like the Zebra 16 centimeter. I think this is comes with the top. All right, there's some stuff in there. And a lot of this stuff will pack inside these pails or cooking utensils, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna put a lot of this stuff inside there. This is just a regular GSI. It's kind of cool. Has a little, I use this to make coffee in, all right? You could also make tea. And inside here it has a nesting bowl. All right, nesting bowl where I just keep a little bit of tea and another spork in there and some bouillon, okay? And the reason I do that, again, like I said, if your best plans are to go to this location and let's say that the location got raided or it's no longer available or something really terrible happened, then at least you have a little bit of equipment to get going, okay? My last cooking pot is going to be the Alpine Stowaway Pot. As you can see, there's a lot of pots. Well, I have a big family, so we're going to have to do some cooking. All right, simple things in there, more salt, pepper, some matches. I also have fishing kit in here. All right, so if I need fishing, it's already in there. It's already set up to go if I need to procure more food. And that's another video that I'm going to do with the food. We'll get there. Fire kit. All right, very basic fire kit. I have a lighter in here. I have a lighter in this one. I have a lighter in here. So I have 3 lighters already, but I do have ferrocerium, candle, a couple trioxanes. All right, a little bit of light reading. SAS survival guide, no big deal, just throw it in there. It's not costing you any more weight. Garbage bags, tons of contracted garbage bags. All right, don't take the whole box, but I would take, that's about 6 right there. All right, 50-gallon drum, garbage bags, multiple uses there. Again, if you had to stow your kit, let's say your kit is not, you couldn't bring it with you, or your car got stranded, you can take, I would not leave all my equipment inside the vehicle. I would take my equipment, put it inside one of those garbage bags and make a cache, okay? Take all this stuff, put it in a garbage bag, make a cache, dump it in the woods, and then come back and get it later once I had a running vehicle, etc., okay? If you leave a vehicle on the side of the road, somebody's gonna break into it, steal all your stuff, okay? So ideally, you don't wanna do that. Another nesting cup. So I have 2 nesting cups. I have 2 40 ounces of clean canteens, all stainless steel. I have 3 cooking pots, and if you want to use the other one, you can. More than enough cooking utensils to procure a meal, depending on what it is. You should always have water boiling in one, so you always have fresh cleaning water. Maybe you want to use one for bathing, that kind of thing. You can do that as well. Tools, I think I went over this in one of my other videos. This is my gun cleaning kit. All right, as far as loaded full of gun cleaning kit, has my Glock tools in there, AR-15, it has my rifle cleaning kit, just multiple things that you would need to clean a rifle, your rifle, that kind of thing. So make sure you have that, make sure that it's close by. Again, I wouldn't go anywhere without it because, you know, if you're in a dirty, nasty environment, it's eventually going to get pretty nasty and you're going to have to clean it, okay? Communication to the outside, I have my adventure, NOA, NOAA, whatever. This is just to find out what's going on outside in the world. All right, whatever communication device your family is going to use, I have the GMRs, I think these are GMRs. Very, very basic communication. Make sure you have one for each of your family. Also, if you have, this is a Baofeng. I have a bunch of radios that I'm going to use for my tactical kit, but have the information on there, and I also printed out a copy of all the radio frequencies that I might need for the location that I'm going to and for the local locations all the way through. Okay, that kind of thing. All right, as far as power is concerned, you see I'm doing a lot of batteries. I will also do some type of solar power. All right, this is the Gold Zero. All right, this is the Goal Zero. I think, I forget what number this is. Oh, Nomad 7. This is the Nomad 7. I have a larger one as well. I'll probably bring both of them. Now, understand about solar, you will have to be set up at a location that's going to provide enough sun. Base camp is perfect for that kind of thing. Understand that also it's going to take a very long time to charge anything. Very long time. So if you're using just solar, it'll take a while, but again, if you're not going anywhere for a while, you might have the opportunity to use it. Alright, so I think I covered most of the bases. Now someone's going to say something about navigation. That type of thing, the navigation equipment, all that stuff is going to be on my battle kit, on my person, in my go bag. Alright, and the reason it is because I'm going to need to know how to get somewhere. This is just extra kit that I would pack. Keep it in a bag, ready to go. These are all my tools that I need, or that I think I'll need, for an SHTF or bug out situation. So if you have anything else that you don't see here, please put it in the comments below. Thanks. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe. Go to threeriverblades.com. Check out all the knives that I have up there. Also, Three River Kydex if you're looking for a holster. And check out the Patreon page. I just started it up. It seems to be going pretty good. Thank you very much, guys. And as always, stay safe.